So like the longest I've been home for this whole year up until now has been 2 to 3 weeks, I think. So you come home, you're just rushing around, getting everything done before you have to go away again.
Welcome to Cruise.
Is that happening, boys? Come in. This is my little unit. Nice, beautiful little outdoors area. Perfect for dating.
Dating?
Yeah, midnight romance. Get to see the moon coming up over the horizon over there. And then next to this is my little lounge room here. I call this my workstation. It's the kitchen. I want to renovate all that and get all that redone at some stage when I'm home longer than 3 weeks. The hallway, it's this little spare bedroom. This is my mate's.
Very nice.
Flatmate's bedroom in here. Just don't look in there, it's a bit dirty. This is my bedroom. Painted the wall black.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, good for dreaming.
Good for dreaming, you reckon?
Yeah.
Cool, bro.
And this
What's
is
that
a little
little,
ensuite in here.
What's with the
What's that
BP?
little, inspiration wall?
Oh, this is this girl made it for me actually. She was a pretty nice girl. She also made me that. She had a boyfriend at the time, which was kind of
Say
weird.
root.
No. It says world champion 2005. This is a nice little present she made for me.
That's
Out of
cool.
old towels. It's really cool, eh? It's a nice little unit. Bought it, and it's a weird thing about buying your own place is that it becomes your biggest accessory. It's like it becomes a part of who you are, like, you know what I mean? You don't want to make it look like crap, and you know, you're scared when people check it out because it's like they're looking into you by seeing your unit, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's pretty strange. I like to picture my unit as being like you wake up in the morning and you step out, like as soon as you look up, like there's all these little memories and stuff like that that kind of remind you of who you are and what you're doing. And that's kind of what I try to establish in my unit, I guess. It's just like, yeah, a sense of not just like, you know, memories and stuff like that, but also where I'm heading. So like there's like elements of it to remind me to be more youthful and stuff like that, and just to have fun with life and not be too serious. I think, yeah, it was pretty natural for me because I always lived in Avalon and I know everyone here and it's a pretty friendly place and there's good waves too, like not many people around and you get to just kind of surf without too many guys out. Like yesterday afternoon, surfed down at Whaley and there was like 3 foot, the funnest little waves you ever surfed, and there was like 6 of us out there. You go down to Bawley Point these days and there's like probably 100 guys out if the conditions were like that. So yeah, it's good. It's kind of like where I guess like this area is good because it's where I skate. Like no one gives a stuff like what I've done or what I'm doing. I'm just like being the kind of kooky dude from school. Yeah, it's awesome. You just walk down the street and you're like, hey, how you going? Hey. One day, Chad Jackson was staying at my house and, you kidding me? And so that's a good reason why you live in Avalon. And yeah, walking down to the supermarket and he was just like rattled because I was just like saying hi to like millions of people. I was like, "Ew." It's like, how's you? Like, you know everyone? It's like, yeah, everyone knows everyone here. It's awesome. It's pretty good, but sometimes, you know, you hear funny rumours and that about yourself. It's the weirdest stigma that it's attached to people that live in the northern beaches. It's like they think it's like all city and like all cool and stuff like that. But it's really just a real quiet place. It's like, I reckon it's probably more quiet than somewhere like Port Macquarie, really. It's like, there's no nightlife, there's not much you can really do here. If you want to go to town, it's an hour away.
Yeah, it's not even a pub, eh?
Yeah, there's an RSL club. And unless you want to go tune a couple of 70-year-old grannies, like... Yeah, so yeah, it's pretty good for that. It kind of keeps you on the straight and narrow. It's a good lifestyle when I'm at home. Sometimes I think, fuck, I wish I wasn't travelling so much and just spend more time at home. I first moved to Av when I was 2 years old. My dad and my mum split. Hello. You're looking great. And my dad and my mum, yeah, they split up and my mum met a new dude. His name was Ed. And they were living out west at the time, out at Leichhardt. And I was pretty lucky because a good mate of Ed's, he's a pretty loaded dude. His name was John Johnson. It's a good name, John Johnson. And he owned a bunch of property and he had a holiday house up here that he wasn't using in Avalon. He said, "Oh, you guys can go up to our holiday house." Of course, I wasn't aware because I was only 2 years old, but this is the stories I've been told. And so we went and lived up there, and at Trentwood Park, just up Avalon Parade there. Lived there for like 3 years, and people say you can't remember things from when you're 2 years old, but I can distinctly remember chasing a rooster around the backyard and treading in dog poo.
You told me this because I argued with you that you have no
Yeah,
memory
see, you
before
told me
4
that,
years old.
but you can.
But I reckon someone told you that story.
No, and I can also remember going down in the cart down the front driveway. I can remember picking off kumquats from the front tree. Kumquat, it's like a small little orange.
So is that why it's called kumquat?
Yeah, sounded kind of seedy, didn't it? Really, kumquat. Anyway, back to the story. So so my stepdad and my mum realised they really liked Avalon, and so we moved to a place just over the back here, a little unit. It was only a little 2-bedroom unit. And they called it the hovel because it was just completely dark. It was like a basement, underground kind of thing. We use surfing Avalon, and that's predominantly right, and then go to Whaley, and that's left. So we got to get good at all different directions of surfing. And then me and Toby were living up at Whaley, and we used to surf that like every morning. I remember we used to wake up at dark and walk down there in the pitch black, and one morning it was still a fire going from the night before, and we sat around that and waited like half an hour for the light to come up. Like, you know how antsy are when you're a kid. Like, you had wetsuits with holes all through them, and we used to find boards and council clean up on that and use those. I remember we had a fiberglass bodyboard, man, fiberglass. And I remember Toby used to ride that more because it's pretty big. And I remember seeing him do a full-blown invert on it, a fiberglass bodyboard. And he landed, he's like, "Oh, my hips, my hips." How crazy is that? And we used to have fights over who could get what boards and stuff, because we found there was an Aussie board as well, which was a moray, and it was like completely all like just foam, no slick on it and stuff like that. And then I got my first Max 7.7 and I was like over the moon. I couldn't believe it. There was a bunch of us surfing at Avalon at the time, and we used to all leave our stuff down at the garage at South Ave, and we nicknamed ourselves the Garage Gang, because there was like 5, 6 of us, and we were like all so into bodyboarding. I put my whole like success down to the Garage Gang, personally, like because it was pretty competitive, and I guess we were young men at the time and kind of working out who we were. And there was some amazing people, like we got Mark, and he's the filmer of the Garage Gang, and he used to film all these movies and stuff like that and release all these amazing movies. And it was crazy, like that's another thing, like we were kind of like almost like local stars because we had all these movies and stuff, had a little videographer.